Hi, I'm Stuart and welcome to SIRENNET Television. Chris is going to give us an overview of a product from Whelen Engineering. It is the PCC-S9 or W. I can't say much more than that. Take it away, Chris.
Thank you, Stuart. Whelen Engineering offers a wonderful control system for use in your vehicle. So whether you're a volunteer, working with a department, fire, law enforcement, or construction or DOT field, when you're controlling the lighting system in your vehicle, most important thing is a nice clean control panel that'll easily allow you to activate any equipment that you have. Hideaways, grill lights, light bar and its full featured functions, or if you need to tie in a remote siren amplifier or a power air horn for getting attention, control system is going to be required. One that works wonderfully, and it happens to be my friend Kristen at Whelen Engineering's favorite for light bars and setting up new and old vehicles alike, is the PCC S9 RW. It's a compact aluminum housed full function switch box. Very well constructed, very durable as well. Nice thing with this is mounting quite easy. It includes an aluminum bail bracket that slides onto the unit and will allow for easily affixing this into your vehicle. You can mount it on the bottom of the dashboard, on the side of the console. We have some folks that'll mount these up on the headliner or in a cubby on the equipment panel of the vehicle, depending on what it is. Or if you have a aftermarket equipment console, a faceplate can be ordered for dropping this in and nice cleanly arranging this with your other radios and systems. The switch box itself can be completely set up to your preference. It can be used very simply as just a quick point for on and off of equipment. It includes a progressive slide switch, 1, 2, 3. All the way over is going to be a complete deactivate. 6 push buttons here allow for activating equipment as needed. You could use it for an emitter, use it for traffic advisor, left, right on 2-wire systems, or deactivating parts for the rear system or the front system. If you have a weapon in the vehicle, nice thing with the buttons is that they can be programmed with this unit. So should you need it to be a momentary for activating a gun lock trigger, you can set up a button to do that. If you just want them to be a standard on and off, easily can be done to just work with on and off, push of a button, whichever one you choose. Another neat thing that can be done with these is they can be programmed for a timed output. So if you need to have a piece of equipment on and running for a few seconds after the button is pushed, basically just letting you go hands-free and forget about it, you can set up one of the buttons to do that. So really, it can be customized to do anything that you want it to do. You can also go in and program the slide switch so that it can activate the array of push buttons. It could activate 1, 2, or all 6. The neat thing that can also be done is different positions of the slider can activate different buttons. So again, if you're thinking about it for a fire and rescue service vehicle, you could have this where position 3 activates a push button for your traffic emitter. When you kick it down to position 2, position 1, that would deactivate the push button, letting you go hands-free, so the operator doesn't have to worry about taking hands off the wheel and going over deactivating buttons. Something else that you can also do through a quick connect wiring harness that's included to get you started is a siren enable trigger. So as I mentioned before, if you have a remote siren amplifier, you can connect it into this and use the buttons on here or the slide switch to activate your siren. On the back of the unit here, main input for the contained heavy-duty input for providing power to the system. The quick connect harness here that plugs in also provides a ground source to the control box and also gives it a 12-volt ignition circuit should you choose to use that to provide power to this for completing the system. Quick disconnect points for slide terminals to connect your equipment to this. So these are included with it, so very straightforward. Take your wiring, put the connector on it, and plug it right into the ports as needed. 20 amp inline fuses makes its own power distribution point on the back of the box. So rather than having to go grab an additional terminal block, run your system from here to your equipment to a fuse panel, everything is going to be contained within one nice clean box for you. The buttons on the unit, when the system is hooked up, do have a backglow function. So for nighttime use, you'll be able to easily see what button you're pressing and activating what function. Also on the slider switch, there'll be an indicator on the bottom showing you a color coordination for position. Also, again, on the push button, you'll have an indicator showing the button that's active and the ones that are not active. For labeling the buttons, Whelen has included a nice little legend sheet. Multiple legends easily lets you label what your buttons are going to be doing for you. So whether it's DOT, law enforcement, fire and rescue, or if you were just using this in some other specialty vehicle, maybe something fun for off-road, go ahead, grab the legend sheet, mark your buttons as needed. I'm Chris. Thanks for joining me here on SIRENNET Television for a look at the Whelen PCC S9 RW control panel. Slide switch, push buttons, user programmable. If you need it, this'll do it. Thanks for joining me here. Back to you, Stuart.
Well, there you have it. An interesting switchbox from Whelen Engineering. Chris, of course, is the man who's capable to show us how it all goes together. I'm Stuart, and you've been watching SIRENNET Television.